If you ain't active listening, you ain't popping. Hey. So, nah. So, welcome to part 2 here with Queen A. We're going to be talking about active listening. Yes, we are. So, if you didn't watch my last video, I gave y'all a breakdown of exactly what active listening is, right? And why it's important to be an active listener. I also talked about, me and what I went through because I didn't listen, right? And yes, I was hard-headed and I didn't listen, and I went through a lot of triumph because I didn't listen. So if you want to know what happened to Queen A because she didn't listen, go check out that last video that I dropped, right? That's giving y'all the first part of active listening, right? So this is part 2. Well, in part 2, we are going to be giving y'all the top 5. Let me say that again because I don't think I heard me. The top 5 tips and tricks, right, to help you become a active listener. Because a lot of people, I don't really think they understand what active listener is. And then, even if you listen to my last video and you like, oh man, you all like, you know what, Queen A, you right on. I love what you said, but how do I become an active listener? What steps do I really need to take to help me become an active listener? I don't really know. You said, I seen what you said, but I ain't really get what you said. So y'all know I'm crazy. But no, but for real, okay? So that's why this video, we are going to be going over the top 5 steps that Queen A feel is important and the most important, right, to help you become an active listener. And this is going to help you become an active listener in your everyday life, no matter who you're talking to, no matter if you're talking to a child, no matter if you're talking to an elderly, no matter if you're talking to your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your best friend, whoever you're talking to, the police, it doesn't matter who you're talking to. These top 5 active listening steps are going to get you through and get you back. And you're going to thank Queen A. Y'all going to thank you, Queen A, because, the top 5 listening skills help me, right? So these going to help y'all through that. And I'm showing my belly. Don't be looking at my belly, y'all, because I usually don't show my belly. So, this is new, but I like the style. Y'all like it? Tell me if y'all like it in the comments, all right? So let's go ahead and see what number 1 is. So let's see what the top 1 is, right? When it comes to active listening. So let's go on and take this first one. Let's take that off. All right. So we are going to take that off right there. And let's put these back on here. Boop, boop, boop. So, y'all see that? Can y'all see that? I hope y'all can see that, all right? So, all right. Okay. All right. So this is step 1. Step 1 is positive eye contact, all right? Now, let me say that again. Positive eye contact. So, I shouldn't have did that. Don't look at my eyebrows. They need to be done. My eyebrows need to be done. They need to be done. But, all right, so, positive eye contact, right? So, the reason why step 1 is so important, positive eye contact, is because, let's face it, the first thing, when you interact with somebody, the first thing y'all do is what? Y'all have eye contact. Before anything else, when you see somebody, you should have eye contact. When somebody don't give you eye contact, think about it. When you walk up and somebody is looking down, you automatically think off of them okay, you automatically kind of think it's rude, right? Or they don't feel comfortable about themselves. Right? Or, or maybe they're mad or aggravated but it's not a good thing when you have somebody that you're trying to speak to, right? That's supposed to be listening to you and they can't even give you eye contact. Think about it. If you were speaking to me and Queen A was sitting here yeah, girl. Yeah. I know, right? How does that look? It automatically put you off. Some of y'all probably watched this video and was like, yeah, that is kind of, And if that's you and you do that, that's how you look to people. People are looking at you right? So, eye contact is very important. That's number one. So, anytime that somebody is speaking to you, the first thing you should be doing is giving them your full attention by first locking eyes, right? Give them eye contact. Show them that you're present. Let them know Queen A is in the room, right? Or let them know Lil Tuki is in the room. Right? Y'all know that's my go-to name. Or whoever, right, is in the room. Let them know that you are in the room by first giving them eye contact. When that eye contact you give, when you first initiate, that's going to let somebody know if you're paying attention to them or if you're not paying attention to them, if you feel firm about yourself, if you don't feel firm about yourself. But these are things that are going to let individuals know how you feel about yourself, right? And kind of what you're thinking. Because if you're looking down, you don't think that they're that important, right? You can't. Because you would be giving them eye contact. Like if I'm trying to speak to somebody and I'm pouring out my heart to you, the first thing I need is eye contact. I need to know that you're looking at me because I need to, guess what? I need to see, okay, oh, she is looking at me. So she is listening to me. First thing you think when somebody is looking, when you start speaking to somebody and they give you eye contact, the first thing you think is, okay, she's listening to me. Or he's listening to me. Or they are listening to me. Right? But if they're not giving you that eye contact, if I walk in the room and I'm doing a presentation and I'm speaking on building confidence, right? And everybody in the room is looking down at the floor, guess what? I'm doing a horrible job. They're not listening to me. They're not paying me no attention. I'm not getting through to them. Something I'm saying is not registering. So I need to either speak differently. I need to ask a question to figure out where I'm slacking at as far as the presentation, right? See if maybe I'm speaking on things in the presentation that they don't need help with. Maybe I need to speak on a different area, right? A different category, a different topic, different section, however you want to name it, right? So that is why eye contact is the first thing. Step number one is positive eye contact. When somebody speaks to you, the first thing you need to do that Queen A is advising you to do, that's my top number one go-to, is eye contact. When you come to Queen A, I guarantee I'm going to look at you in your eyes, right? I want to look at you in your eyes. Because if I can't look at you in your eyes, then guess what? You're not even going to take me serious. How can you take me serious? I can't even look at you in your eyes. All right? So step number one is positive eye contact. All right? That's number one. All right? Y'all got that, right? And step number two is you have to listen to understand. Woo-hoo! Listen to understand. This is a big one right here. Listen to understand. That is a real big one. And I'll tell you why. Because like if you watch my previous video before this, I even spoke about this. How a lot of us, when we're listening to somebody, most of the time somebody is telling us something or is speaking to us, guess what? We're listening and we like. But while we're listening to them and we're doing like this, we are already processing thoughts and thinking about things that we can say back to them when they finish talking, even though they haven't even finished talking yet. So guess what? If we're already processing thoughts in our head, we're already thinking about things we can say back. Then what does that mean? That means that guess what? We're not processing what they're saying, right? So we're not even listening to understand because we're listening to what's going on in our head. So we're paying attention to, the barbecue that's going on, or what's coming up on schedule next week, or I got into a fight with my little brother or sister, or whatever the case may be. Like we're thinking about all that, and that's what we're thinking about. Meanwhile, we don't even listen to understand because we can't hear nothing you're saying. So we can't understand you. How can you listen to understand if you're thinking about everything else? Right? So in order for you to listen to understand, in order for you to do this one right here, the first thing that you must do is that you got to zip it. Zip this, zip your mouth, and zip this, your forehead, your brain, right? I know y'all like, oh, how do we zip your brain? By paying attention and focusing, put all your focus on to the person who is speaking, right? Put all the focus into your ears so you can listen. And when you do that and you're only looking at them, remember, first, you're giving them eye contact. We talk about number one, right? You're giving them eye contact. So you're already facing them, giving them eye contact. Now, if you're tuning everything else out in your brain and you're actually tuning everything to your ears so you can listen to them, right? And only them, now, guess what? You're listening to understand. You're no longer listening to wait for them to be quiet so you can say what you got to say. Because, see, when somebody comes to you and they're venting or they're coming to you to speak and they're asking you to listen, 9 times out of 10, they're asking you to listen to understand. They're not asking you to listen to speak. They're not asking you to listen to, give your advice or things of that nature. And we're going to talk about that later. But they're asking you to listen to understand. They're asking you to pay attention to them when they're speaking and turn off all them other channels, all them other thoughts that are going on in your brain. And they're asking you, okay, look, you already gave me your eyes, right? You're already looking at me directly in my face. Now I'm asking you, not only, because think about it, we are our senses. So one of your senses is, if you're putting one of your senses on them far as seeing, right? Meaning you're facing them, you're giving them eye contact, you're seeing them, right? Now you're putting your second sense on them, which is hearing, right? Which is another sense. So now you got 2 senses on them. And remember, I did videos about how your body does what the more you do, the more senses you use, that's what your body picks up. That's why we listen to, we read. That's why we listen to, watch, speak, right? Read, and all them things when it comes to being positive. Not just one form, multiple forms. Because the more forms you utilize, the more forms your body pick up, and the more it does it repetitiously. Okay, so now, like I said, step 2, we're listening to understand. So now, not only are we paying attention to them, we're facing them, we're giving them eye contact, right? We're turning off all the other channels in our head. So we've turned all that off, right? So now, we have our ears facing them. Now we're like, huh? What you say? Our ears are facing them now, right? And now, we're doing that. We're actually listening to understand. Because now, what we're doing is, we're just listening to them. So now we only hear what they're saying. So now we can actually process what they're saying and understand what they're saying, whether it be in a good way or a bad way. But that will help you process in which way that they're speaking, right? Because they may be having something negative to say. They may have something positive to say. Or, they may be speaking about something and, want your opinion. But if you're not listening to understand, you can't give it. Because they was talking about, they want your opinion on, the wedding or whatever. And they came to you and they're breaking down because all the things are going wrong. But guess what? You focused on what's going on at the barbecue and what's supposed to happen at work and your grades. So now when they ask you, so what should I do? You lost. Because guess what? You didn't listen to understand. Yeah, you was facing them. You gave them eye contact. You was looking at them. But in reality, your brain was everywhere else. Your mind was gone. Right? Y'all know that feeling, right? Looking dead at somebody and your mind is elsewhere. That's because you have allowed your brain to focus on everything else. But when you shut all that out and you focus on one thing, now you're listening to understand. Okay? So you're listening to understand now. Okay? So that is one of the things that y'all have to understand. All right? So that is step 2. All right, so step 3. Now, this one right here is a big one as well. So step 3 is wait until they are done to speak or ask questions, right? So step 3 is wait until they are done to speak or ask questions. Now, this goes back to what I said in 2, right? That, remember 2 was listen to understand. So if you're giving them eye contact. You're listening to understand. Now you're waiting until they are done to speak or ask questions. Now y'all like, what? Why I gotta wait till they're done to speak or ask questions? Because it's rude. That's why. That's why. Number one is because it's rude. And number two is because how, if you are really listening and you're really doing number two, you're listening to understand, you must wait until they are done to speak. Because why? If you're really listening to understand, how can you speak or ask questions if they ain't even done with what they're saying? If they haven't even given you the whole scenario of why they talking to you or why they're coming to you, then guess what? Why are you even speaking and why are you even asking questions? Because guess what? You might be about to speak about something or ask a question about something that they are about to go over. If you just wait a little longer, they might just answer your question, right? They might just talk about what you are about to speak about. They might just, if you give them the ability to do so, right? But you must wait until they are done. A lot of us, and Queen A, I have a bad habit of that, okay? Like, I have worked on that, right? But my bad habit is like, it's like when someone's talking, one of my bad habits is like, I just can't wait, especially if I know it's something I can help them with. Like, I get anxious. Like, when I know I can help somebody with something, I'm sitting up there like, okay, come on, like, I can't wait because I just got to tell. But then I have to process that, and I'm being a life coach. Now, mind you, I'm a personal development coach. That doesn't mean I'm exempt from it. Everything happens to me as well. But guess what I do? In that moment, I tell myself, Queen A, you're doing it again. Channel that thought to the back. Poof. So I can listen to understand. Because if I can't listen to understand, when they're done, how can I ask questions or speak? So don't just think that Queen A is out here like, explaining this to y'all. Or just don't think Queen A is out here just telling you all this. I'm letting you know that this goes for Queen A as well, right? This goes for Queen A as well. So y'all have to understand, so a lot of times when people are talking, just put the brace on it. It's okay. Hold up for a second. Let them finish talking. When they finish talking, then you will get the chance to speak. And then you can ask a question. Now you like, okay, when they finish speaking, now you can ask a complete question, right? Because now you'll have all the context. They'll be done. Make sure they're done. Say, oh, okay, girl, you're finished now? Yes, yeah, girl, I'm done. Yeah, man, I'm done. Right? And then you ask questions or then you speak. But if you do it before then, guess what? You're going to mess up everything. Because as soon as you do it before they finish talking, guess what? Now they understand that you was looking at them, but you wasn't listening to understand. Because now you're being rude and you butting in and you don't even understand what you're talking about because you ain't even heard what I said. And that's how they're going to be feeling. Right? That's how you feel when people butt in. Just think about it. Right? So y'all must wait until people are done before you proceed and start to asking questions or speaking to them. And this is no matter who it is, guys. This is even your kids. So a lot of adults have a problem with, like, oh, well, they kids. It doesn't matter. Respect is respect. And they deserve it. Right? Y'all have to understand, they deserve it. A lot of times what's happening in this world is because a lot of us parents and a lot of individuals are asking for things that we're not even giving out. A lot of these youth don't know nothing about respect because a lot of adults don't know nothing about respect. All right? So, that's my little rant, but I'm just saying. All right? So, step 3 is real important. Wait until they are done to speak or ask questions, okay? So, don't try to interrupt. Very important. You don't like when you're being interrupted. I don't like when I'm being interrupted. Nobody likes when they're being interrupted, okay? That's just everybody. That's human nature. Nobody likes it. They might act like they do. They might say it's okay. They might be like, oh, it's okay, girl. But in reality, in their head, they're thinking like, I can't believe he just interrupted me. I know this didn't just interrupt me, right? That's what they're thinking. Yes, I have water. But that's what they're thinking, right? Like, I know they just didn't interrupt me. So, that's step 3. Now, step 4, which bring us to this, right? And step 4, I want to stress this is very important. Very important. So important, I got one of them underlined, right? Now, step 4 is only give your opinion if you are asked to. Let me read that again. Step 4. Only give your opinion if you are asked to. Okay? Asked. And I'm stretching asked, okay? Because a lot of us, we are so caught up. I don't care if you have the best advice. Because sometimes, Queen A, I just can't help myself. And all the time I feel like I have the best advice. Right? But guess what? I only give my opinion if they ask me. If they ask you, you give your opinion. Alright? If they don't ask, don't give it. Alright? Don't you ask, can you give it? Let them ask for your opinion. That is the way to be an active listener. Right? I ain't talking about truths. We're not talking about some truth that needs to be said when they talk to you. We're not talking about, somebody came to you and they talking about their child being molested and they didn't ask for your opinion on going to the police. In that situation, the truth is they need to go to the daggone police and talk to the police about their child getting molested. Ain't no keeping it in the family. Ain't no hush-hush. Ain't no I don't want to get little Tookie locked up. No, that's a situation you need to comment on. Right? She getting her butt beat. He beating her up or she beating him up. That's the situation that needs to be commented on. But if they're coming to you and they're venting to you about family problems, relationship issues, and it don't have nothing to do with them beating each other, nothing like that, only give your opinion if you are asked to. If you are asked to. If you are asked to. And be careful even when it's in a lot of situations where, like I said, where it's a must. Be careful in them situations. Because a lot of times you'll give your opinion and it can be the truth that, yeah, they do need to go to police. Yeah, they do need to get the baby some coaching or some therapy or whatever the case may be. But they'll turn it around and be mad at you and have an attitude at you for feeling that way. Right? They'll feel like you turned on them. So be mindful and assess. Assess, right? You know who you're dealing with. So assess if that's a situation that you need to go to on, or if that's a situation that you need to talk to them on, and y'all come to an agreement on something, but you still need to say something, all right? But only give your opinion if you are asked to. All right, so I want to stress that is a big one, because a lot of us, how many times, and even people on Facebook, they do this too. Somebody will post something and everybody will give their opinion. Even Queen A has done it, and I have learned even on Facebook to only give my opinion when somebody asks me. My king tells me all the time, because somebody will make a post and I try to speak something positive on there, and they'll feel away about the positive aspect of it, about me speaking something positive, they'll feel away about that. And so my king, you know what? Only give your opinion if you are asked to, baby. Baby, only give your opinion if you asked. They didn't ask, so why is you jumping on their post giving them your opinion? And when I thought about it, I was like, you know what, baby, you right. I teach this. I teach this. This is step 4. This is step 4, baby. I teach this. And here I am going on Facebook thinking because it's social media that I can give my advice without an opinion. And I tell you, if you don't know, social media might be one of the main platforms that you really only want to give your opinion if you are asked to. It gets blown out of proportion more than in person. So on Facebook, you definitely got to pick and choose when you are giving your opinion. All right? Don't give it all the time. Facebook is not always the platform to give your opinion. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people on Facebook are giving their opinion and wondering why they keep getting into it with everybody. Because guess what? Facebook is not, somebody else's platform is not your platform to give your advice on. They spoke what they said on their platform is their platform. Right? Only give your opinion on their platform if they asked you to. I'm just saying. So, a lot of us got to get used to that. Only give it when it's asked. All right? So that's the big one. A lot of us are getting into it with people on Facebook because of that. Because we don't know how to stay in our lane and only give our opinion when it's asked of us. All right? And like I said, Queen A had to teach this to herself. My king, if he was here right now, he would tell y'all like, yes, honey, yes. I tell her all the time to stop giving her daggone opinion. All right, because like I said, Queen A knows that I have some good advice. And when you know you got good advice, you just want to share your advice to the world. Like, I just want the world to hear my advice and I just want to see everybody become a better them. So it's like, that's just Queen A, right? All right. So that's number 4. All right, so number 5 is confirm that you understand and console them the best way you can for them. Because everybody's different. All right, so like I said, confirm that you understand and then console them the best way that you can for them. That is the key word. Matter of fact, I should have underlined them. I should have underlined this. For them. And the reason why I underlined them, because everybody, which is why I put this in here, everybody's different, because I want to make sure I stress that on this video. Everybody is different, guys. So the way you console one person, so you confirm that you understand with everybody, right? I understand what you're going through. Even if you don't understand, I sympathize with you. I empathize with what you're going through, and console them. When you console them, everybody likes to be consoled different. Some people like to be hugged. Some people don't want to be touched. Some people just want you sitting right there with them and being there, literally. Meaning just sitting by their side. Some people want to vent to you. Some people want your advice. Some people want to go out and party. So everybody needs to be consoled in a different way. And you need to understand who you're dealing with. And that comes with asking questions, right? Meaning, that goes back to the active listening. Right? Because you can't ask questions if you haven't been listening. Right? Because trust me, you'll understand how to console them. So you must console everyone differently. Right? Everybody is not the same. So y'all are making this mistake out here of putting everybody in the same category when everybody is different. It's different categories for different people. Right? So I want y'all to understand that it's okay to let them know, hey, I empathize. I sympathize with you. I understand what you're going through. But when it comes to consoling, everybody don't want to hug at all times. Some people don't want to be touched. Some people don't want to be bothered. Some people don't even want a phone call, right? And that's their way of they just want you to send a text and let them know that you're there for them. And they'll call you when they can, and that's okay. All right, so that's why I said everybody's different, and just console them the best way you can for them, not for you, not for me, and the entire human race. And I'm just playing, but for the entire human race, though, for real. So when it comes to everybody, just know everybody's different. So you're not going to be able to console everybody the same way. All right, so I hope y'all got something. These are the top 5 ways to become an active listener. And if you like what you're seeing and you love, and you, Queen A, just be like, you know what, you like jabbing with Queen A, and I get you motivated and inspirated and all that good stuff, make sure you join my Each One Motivates One community on Facebook. Facebook. It's a free platform that I'm creating. You know, I have a few people in there, but I'm just really getting that geared up. We'll be doing webinars every Wednesday on Zoom at 7 o'clock, where we all can come together and be with each other. Y'all can ask questions. We're going to help build each other confidence. We're going to learn a whole lot of things about respect, honesty, things of this, becoming an active listener. We're going to be talking about trust, all different type of things, the environment, just so much. And just tips and tricks that I can give you to help you become a better you. Like I said, this is a free platform on Facebook. Make sure that you comment, join me, or just join in the comments, and I'll go ahead and add you to that as well, okay? Because I want to make sure that y'all taking advantage of that. That is the stuff. Also, don't forget that, you know, me and my kids, we have our all natural skincare products called S&B Scents, and that's with a Z, and that is all natural skincare products. Our base product in there is shea butter, and we have a product if you're having muscle and joint aches, if you're having eczema, you need eczema, help with your eczema, acne, muscle and joint aches, you just want to smell good. We have beard cream for men with beards that helps moisturize the skin up under the beard. So it's going to help anything that's going on with your skin up under the beard. It's going to get rid of all that good stuff, and it's going to cleanse the beard, thicken the beard, get it back out, get you back right. We have the smell goods. We have like 30 cents, and guess what? We ship just to you. So no matter where you are, we will ship to you. If you're in the U.S., yes, we got you, boo-boo. I've even shipped to the UK before as well. So make sure if you want to check out my products, simply comment products, or you can comment skin in the comments, and I'll make sure that I'll send you the link to our skincare products, and you can purchase our skincare products if you want to support Queen A that way as well. I hope you all learned something from this. Share this video with a family or friend. Invite others to come and watch this video. If you feel like you got a lot from this, you learned something from this, maybe it's some things that you really just didn't know. If you feel like that's you, and you like, man, I learned a few things, share this with somebody else. I'm pretty sure somebody else would love to, you know, hear and get inspired and motivated as well, alright? So I'm out of here. Y'all check me out. Don't forget to follow this page. Make sure that you're following the YouTube page. Make sure that you're following me on Facebook. Make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube, the Instagram, the TikTok. It's so many platforms, but I don't need to subscribe, like, and follow me on all of them, okay? And it's